Hi, welcome to Smoke Time. I'm Chandler, a magic practitioner, and I'm gonna do a tarot reading in just a second. But first, I was thinking I might as well craft up a clarity and communication spell to help aid my divination right now. And with that, I figured I might as well share it and show you what I'm doing in case you would like to also craft this up and cast this for your divinations or just in general with your communication. All right, here is majority of what's going to be in this working. There are some gems I'm going to add in, but they don't really need to be on screen for this part because it's mostly about the spell mix, which I feel like is somewhat the most important part other than your own personal energy and magic up on this and your intentions. So let's just jump right into that part. Right. Starting strong with salt for protection and just generic amplification. Some time, and this is for strength, focus, and it helps amplify divination. Running very low, but this is Mugwort, and it's also good for protection, and it's also used in divination workings. I am running dangerously low, but this is some Mugwort. It's just got generic, I am running dangerously low, but this is Mugwort, and it's good for protection as well as divination. All right, good old Rosemary for clarity, protection, wisdom, and enhancing our intuition. I already have a mix of coffee and cinnamon. I am just going to add some more cinnamon to it because I plan on just kind of mixing all of this in here and getting rid of this tab. But coffee is good for energy, grounding, focus, protection, speed, clarity, and it helps with divination as well. And then the cinnamon is here just for protection, success, and amplifying our intuition. All right. It's just a cake candle, but that's because I wanted to keep it small and mini today. But it's still purple, so that's good for intuition, divination, and communication. All right, I went ahead and drew out my clarity sigil. If you have a different like sigil or symbol that suits you better and you feel more called to use in this working, definitely use that instead. But if you would like to use this, feel free. This is for clarity. Here are the magical words for this working. It is calm and grounded, protection of energy and divination, strength and clarity and intuition, amplified connection and communication, wisdom and understanding, and balance throughout. All right, there is the lovely spell mix. So I am just gonna take the lid and, oh gosh, just shake it up with my intentions for clear communication. You know, there's a lot of like enhancing of intuition, clarity, calm, balance, connections, communication, focus, amplifying of divination, and wisdom of understanding, and a lot of grounding all up in this working. Okay, that looks all nice and mixed. Let's open it back up. Wow. Okay, cinnamon all over that. But it looks really good. Okay, let's take those back out now. So here is that lovely marinated petition. And then the sigil. I threw it in kind of halfway through mixing it, like, and putting the stuff in there. But there's the, oh gosh, there's the sigil. All right, there is the candle and the spell mix. So, I'm just going to take it and go clockwise around it so that I can receive all of this energy. Oh yeah. Okay. This is my thyme and rosemary oil, which thyme and rosemary is all in this working already as it is. But I'm going to use this oil to just kind of anoint the candle, give it some extra energy and focus behind this working. I am going to take some honey now and use it kind of like an adhesive so that this will become nature's sticker and we can put it on our candle. You don't have to do this, I think it's really cute. And I want the sigil a little more connected than just laying here waiting to be burned and like wax melted on. But that's all good because the honey is really good for this working as it is. It's got connectivity, speed, and a lot of positive energy. Next part, I will be moving on to the gems. I have quite a few that work for this working, but you do not have to use all of them. I just like super want it amplified and my communication to be clear right now. So I'm going to start out with some Amethyst, and this is good for protection, clarity, and intuition. Next, Selenite for protection, clarity, and connections. One of my favorites, Desert Rose for protection, grounding, oh my god, grounding, clarity, and intuition. Apologies, I am not like the most 100 that I'm going to pronounce these next ones correctly, but I believe it's Magnesite, and it's good for grounding, balance, clarity, calm, and connections. This one is Blue Chalcedony. I'm not sure if that's how you say that, but that's how my brain likes to say it. So it's good for communication, intuition, and connections. These are some pieces of bismuth, which are good for connections and intuition. Okay, there it is, all crafted up and put together. It looks really good. It may be small, but it definitely is packing a punch of energy here. And I just, like I said, wanted to share this with you in case you would like to get some clarity in your communications. If you made it this far though, thank you. I really appreciate you, and if you practice magic, may this working serve you well if you intend to craft it up. And with anything here, like I said, you do not have to use all these crystals. I am just very fortunate enough to have these at my disposal for this working. And any bits of this that you don't feel called to use or connected to, please feel free to change it up. And use this working however you would like. I just wanted to share it because I thought it was a cute thing to do before getting into my tarot cards, so. Calm and grounded. Protection of energy and divination, strength and clarity and intuition, amplified connection and communication, wisdom and understanding, balance throughout. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Sorry for all the lows. Alright, I am not gonna let all of this burn for just this video because I do want this in the back of my tarot reading, at least a little bit. But if you made it this far, please feel free to claim some of this energy so that you can also just benefit and have some clearer communication. And like I said, if you're a practitioner, feel free to craft this up. If you would like any custom spell work, I do offer that in my link down below. I am a proud Etsy witch, and I'm here to serve for any circumstance and situation. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call this. Please enjoy some of this energy.